Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to For a Certain Point of View. Today we have our first very special guest, Nick Joseph. How you doing today, Nick?
I'm good, mate. How you doing yourself?
I'm doing great, thanks. And I'm also joined by my good friend J.M. Saberslinger, aka Joseph Michael.
How are you, John?
How you doing, bud? Yeah, it's John Michael.
Oh,
John
I'm
Michael.
sorry, I'm
I
sorry.
said my first name. No, that's all right.
Sorry.
That's right. We were having some technical difficulties this morning, so please bear with us.
No worries. What's it, about 11:15 in the morning?
uh, it's 11:15 over where Mike is, and it's about 8 o'clock in the morning where I am. I'm in Southern California.
Oh, right, right. So you're in the better part of the world, are you?
Well, I'm in the desert area of the world,
Oh,
so
right.
I'm in Tatooine.
So you sit there and wait for the tide to come in, do you?
Pretty much, yeah. Well, thank you so much for being on this past video with us. It's a great honor to meet someone who's worked on what I can say is my absolute favorite film of all time. Something that's basically changed a lot of my viewpoints, especially with what makes a good, entertaining film. So, which is a Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope.
Yeah, yeah. It's the first one ever. So when it came out, nobody knew what it was going to be like. We do now, don't we?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, most iconic film ever now, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just containing myself here because my job is to basically be the color commentator, so to speak. So I'm gonna let Mike take over with the questions he has for you.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
thanks.
Okay, Mike.
Yes, so I guess we'll just start it from the beginning. How did you get the role of the metal bearer?
My agent said to me, well, she contacted me one day and said that there's a little part in a film called Star Wars coming up. Would you be interested in doing it as a medal bearer? So I said, yeah, of course, let's go and do it. So I went off to do a interview, came back, as everything else, you sit and wait. And then I got a phone call about 2 days later saying, yeah, you can do the job. So we had a costume fitting, and the guys came down and measured me up and said, wow, you're too small for this costume. So they had to make another one. My size is 5 foot 4 inches, and a costume to fit the guy for about 6 foot.
Oh wow.
And weight. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, they made another costume for me, and about 6 weeks later, I went off and did the film. And you know the rest,
Awesome.
right? Yeah, yeah.
So I have to ask, how does it feel to know you are a part of most possibly, at least in my opinion, the most iconic film, the film with the largest cultural impact in modern film history? At least for fans such as myself.
Oh, it's great. I mean, when we finished the film, it was just another movie you made. And then, obviously, some time later, months and months later, when it came out, people were going absolutely crazy in England for it. So I thought, right, let's take my kids. I took my kids to see the film, and my daughter at the time was about 4, and came to the seat where I was in, and she suddenly jumped up on her seat and said, "Look, Dad, there you are."
Oh, that's awesome.
So I couldn't find a hole big enough to crawl into at the time because everybody in front and behind turned around and said, "Were you in Star Wars film?"
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
got to be the most awesome thing a kid can say way back then. Hey, my dad's in Star Wars.
Yeah, definitely. I want to ask you, how long did filming last for that specific scene, for the Yavin ceremony?
I think it's about 2 weeks.
Oh wow.
We did so many different shots, long shots, short shots, close-ups, was good. It was good. I mean, we all mixed up together, even the main actors. We were good. It was good at the time. Really, really fantastic.
Also, you know, among some fans, there's some controversy that Chewbacca never got a medal. As the medal bearer, I have to ask you, what do you think about that?
Ah, that was something I always discussed this with. I spoke to George Lucas a few days after we did the shoot, and he said, well, that's something we didn't think of. So, as you know, some years later, Chewie did get, but should have been done at the time, should have been done at the time, because he was part of the guys who did all the necessary in there. He saved the princess.
Yeah.
I have to interject. Your character, Arvel Extrafon, did I say that right?
You did, but don't say that if you've had too many beers.
Well, you know, that might be fun to do, right? Well, anyway, your character has quite an extensive story that extends before and after the first Star Wars movie. You know, A New Hope. Are you familiar with this story?
Yes, I've got the story here, and I take it with me on every convention I go to.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and people read it, and they are surprised that our whole Extrafon was the guy actually, you know, who did all the necessary details with the, and get captured and get saved by Han Solo.
Nice.
And we're friends ever since.
Did you have any say whatsoever in the character's backstory or development?
Not really, no, because it all depicted and it was all set down on paper what I had to do. The only thing that I got a direction on to say that Nick, he said stand a bit more because we need to see that medal.
Nice. And how do you feel about the story? And if you could, I have to ask this: how would you change it?
I don't think I'd change that now because, you know, it's so iconic. Everybody knows the story. The only thing I would possibly change was to give Chewie a medal of the day.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, yeah. That was just one big mess up, I think, on the film. Just one big one. But other than that, it was great.
Awesome. Sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, it's fun. Oh, JM, do you want to tell him how, like, you know, what you cosplay as or what you used to cosplay as?
Yeah, you know, Nick, I'm a member of the Rebel Legion costuming group. I don't know if you're familiar. 501st Legion. They only do the bad guys. We do the good guys. And I wear a Rebel Fleet Trooper costume. It's, you know, with the swoop back helmet, the guys who the stormtroopers killed in the opening sequence, and you know, I guess they have a bunch of them also in the parade for the ceremony at the end. I should have brought it with me here, but I might break it out later on. I'm sorry, let me just sneak in another question here. I'm looking online, and you're kind of a rock star at fan conventions. I have to ask you, how fun are these conventions for you?
Oh, they are fantastic. I love meeting all the fans. I mean, wherever you go, you meet new fans, and you also meet the guys you've met before. They come to different conventions over here. But it's fantastic. You meet guys who really, really are into this, and they want to know the ins and outs of what you've done in Star Wars. And also, you just mentioned Rebel Legion. I'm also an honorary member of Rebel Legion UK.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Represent.
I got this the honorary membership last year.
Nice. Congratulations.
Burnley in North England.
Nice.
Yeah. And something I wanted to bring up is that Just the scene that you were involved in for A New Hope or Star Wars as it was called, when it was first made. Uh, I always thought that that was like the perfect ending for a movie. Like it was sentimental, but it wasn't corny. Like I just the music is just awesome, and there's not that much dialogue, other than Chewbacca at the end, and I just thought it was really well done. And versus this is just my opinion, but I really love Return of the Jedi, and I've kind of Ewoks have grown on me a little bit over the years, but like the Ewoks dancing and stuff, like it just seemed like, especially compared to the ending of A New Hope, like kind of like corny, and I always preferred the ending of A New Hope, like to all the
Yeah.
other movies, because it's just very tastefully done. It's like sentimental, and it's just like when you hear that music and you see everybody getting like the medals, like it's just like you almost like choke up a little bit, like.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Cam, he looks fantastic here.
There you go.
Oh,
Saber reporting for duty, sir.
put it on down there, he can't see where it's going.
Actually, these are great for like sunshades. They're like sunglasses when we're doing parades and stuff.
Yeah.
But I figure if the metal bear is here, I better put on the bucket.
Yeah. We've got a big convention coming up where I live in July.
Oh, cool.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I don't know whether you've seen it on Facebook. It's the Romford Essex Star Wars Charity Convention on July 26th.
Is that the one you were trying to find a Darth Vader for?
Yep. Yep. Have you fancy coming over then? Doing a Vader for us?
I don't think I can make it across the pond.
Oh, well, never mind. Next time. Yeah, we're still having a problem trying to find a Vader. We found one guy, but he lives so far up north of England, it's too far for him to travel in one day.
Oh, well, I'm sure you'll find somebody.
Sorry, go on.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say I'm sure you'll find somebody.
Yeah, yeah. The idea is what we're going to be doing is we're going to line up coming in, well, not me personally, but the stormtroopers are going to be lining up coming in and escorting Darth Vader himself, Dave Prowse, coming in.
Cool.
And the music will be playing, and as they enter, they will stop, they will turn in. Vader himself will be walking down with an escort.
Awesome. Awesome.
Sounds really cool. So, so Nick, you do a lot of conventions, like like JM was saying before. So, you must see like a lot of the other actors involved in Star Wars, and you must have become like good friends with them over the years, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I've got 14 conventions to do this year.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I should be in the States in October, but it won't be a Star Wars convention. It's going to be at the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who.
Oh, awesome.
But I should be in Jacksonville.
I was going to ask about that. I mean, I'm looking at your background here, and you have this impressive, extensive resume that a science fiction fan would just would basically love to grill you about and ask you about. You're in multiple of the. You're in Doctor Who. You're in Star Wars. I mean, in a few other films.
Yeah, yeah. I did a thing over here called Blake 7. That was another sci-fi. Lots of different things that I've done. I did 2 episodes of that. I did 3 Doctors and 4 episodes in Doctor Who. But the only thing really that sticks out is A New Hope.
Yeah. Well, I have to ask you now. I'm one of those rare people who has not quite gotten to watching an episode of Doctor Who quite yet. It is on my list of things to do. Who was your favorite Doctor?
Favorite Doctor on that was Peter Davison.
Oh.
He's my favorite, yeah. But I dig with Colin Baker, this Sixth Doctor, I had a bigger part in that, but I didn't speak because the character I had, he was brainwashed by Rani, so he couldn't speak at the time. He just had to nod. But once he got back, he was okay. I survived.
Awesome.
So I look in the mirror every morning and I give it a big kiss and think, man, you got there.
So Nick, are there any like funny stories or anything interesting? Well, of course, interesting stuff happened. It was on the set of the first Star Wars movie, but is there anything like funny that you could tell us while your experiences while working on the set?
Well, not really. Not there was nothing funny, but it was all. Some of the guys on it were just a little bit over the top. They knew everybody, but knew nothing.
Oh.
One particular guy, he knew everybody. Every main actor was his friend. But that particular guy has now become a good friend of mine. I won't say his name, but he's okay. He's a bit eccentric, but great guy. Great guy.
I'm mostly curious about your interactions with the fans. Do you have any interesting stories involving yourself and fans of, whichever franchise, Doctor Who, Star Wars, Blake Seven?
Yeah. Well, most of the Doctor Who fans are sort of the late 30s, 40s, and 50s onwards. But the younger ones are now with the younger Doctor Who's. But the Star Wars fans, they come all ages from 2, 3 years old. Some of the conventions we have, just recently, my last convention, we had a young little lad there, came up, he was 3 years old, and dressed as what's he dressed as Yoda.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
But there's another little lad, he's in a wheelchair, this little lad, and he comes up dressed as a stormtrooper. He's in his wheelchair, and the wheelchair is decorated as one of the spaceships. And he comes up, I've seen him maybe 5, 6 times in the last year or two, and he comes to so many different conventions with his parents. But he's a good kid, lovely kid. He's about, I suppose, 11, 12 years of age now. But, they're good kids. Most of them are good kids. And you get some of the young girls, 15, 16 onwards, they come dressed as different characters. But most of the parents, really, sort of 35s onwards, they come dressed. They come dressed as well. It's great. It's great to see people doing it.
Yeah, definitely. So, have you heard about this? Well, what do you think about the new sequel trilogy coming out?
Well, a friend of mine who lives about 100 meters away from me, he's the chauffeur of one of the executive producers, Tommy Harper. And I'm trying to squeeze him a little bit more for information. But he says, I can't tell you anything more. But is the new one going to be good as the old ones? I think it's going to be a little bit far-fetched with technology. But you don't know. You never know.
Yeah.
So, let's keep our thing past that. It's going to be as good as the first 6.
Well, since we're very lucky to have Marvel Hexapod himself here, I just have to ask about your character. It says here in the description of your character in Wikipedia that you are a close friend of Mon Mothma and one of her few confidants. So I have to ask, what was going on there? Did Arvel and Mon Mothma had something special there?
Oh, God.
Well, let's say I haven't married her yet.
Oh, okay.
I my wife had nothing to say about that.
All right. Well, she was only the chief of state of the Rebel Alliance, so.
Yeah.
Sorry, my fandom sneaks out every so often. I can't contain myself.
Yeah, yeah, but I've heard about it.
So I'm going to put you on the spot right now, Mr. Joseph. If you absolutely had to choose only one, which franchise do you personally enjoy representing the most? Star Wars, Doctor Who, Blake 7, something else? And I'd like to know why that would be.
Yeah, it's always going to be Star Wars.
Good choice.
Yeah, that's the thing that most people want to come to your seat for. I have a T-shirt with my actual character's name on it, and on New Hope. And also, I've just been given a T-shirt from the people in Jacksonville with the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who. But number one, it's always going to be Star Wars for me.
Oh, awesome.
That's 90-odd%, 95% of it is going to be Star Wars conventions. Yeah.
Nice. Will we see you at Celebration Anaheim next year?
I'll get invited. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope so.
Yeah, you never know. But you just don't know what's going to be happening. People will contact you and ask you. I mean, I had to turn down a couple this year. One from Malta and another one from New York.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I've all been booked over. I'm booked up now to the end of November.
Where was it in New York? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember now. I just said that to the guy. I'm very, very sorry, but I've been booked up for a couple of days on this one. If you'd contacted me a week earlier, I could have been on the plane to New York then. That's the way it goes, isn't it? That's the way it goes. Still, I mean, hopefully it'll keep me in mind for next year. And maybe coming out to CA as well.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully if you come out to Anaheim, I live about, I'd say 30 minutes away from Anaheim. And hopefully if you come out this way, we'll be able to see you, and me and my fellow Star Wars fans will have the opportunity to fawn over you.
Yeah. I've got a lot of friends over in Australia. And I've got family in Australia. We go to Brisbane in Australia every year. And these guys come and meet us. They go to Brisbane, we go to Brisbane, and we meet up once a year out there. It's good.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah, it's great. They do a convention out there where they walk across the bridges in Brisbane and raise money for charity. Like.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, yeah. The one that I'm in this year in Romford, Essex. As you see, you've probably seen the advert on Facebook.
Yeah.
We're doing it for the stroke victims this year. It's good.
Oh, that's nice.
Good.
Yeah, it's always...
Let's hope we raise enough money for them, send them away on holiday.
That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely be a good thing. So something that we've overlooked, you were also in The Spy Who Loved Me, right?
Yes, yes.
So can you tell us about your experience working on a James Bond movie?
Yeah, that was, I came into that one towards the end of the film, when all the explosions and everything kicked off. I played the armory officer, and I was dishing out all the guns and etc., etc. Very, very noisy, very noisy. But we had some funny experiences on that, though. When we were rehearsing some of the scenes in it, James Bond, who was Roger Moore at the time, was sitting down in front of me, and I was in front of him, and he was behind me from some barrels of sitting there, and all of a sudden I had this feeling of water.
Oh no.
Yeah, and as I turned round, Roger Moore was throwing cups of water at me.
Oh, what the hell?
So I said, okay, I'll get her back for that. And it wasn't a cup of water, it was a bucket full I chucked at him.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's never forgotten that, and he's always mentioned that to me at some stage if we meet up. And I won't say what exactly they called me, but you can imagine. But no, James Bond film, it was good. Really enjoyed that one. Really enjoyed it. But it was a bit noisy, as I say, with all the explosions going on. But unfortunately, on that day, we had that was the second day of shooting. We had a terrible accident on there. One guy got blown up and fell in the water. So we had to stop shooting for the whole day then.
What did he die?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, he did.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we stopped shooting for the whole day. This was just after lunchtime, I believe now. And we stopped shooting and didn't resume until the next day then.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. But unfortunately, you got too close to make some explosions. Still, that's the way life is for some time, isn't it? Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a good film until we burnt the whole place down virtually. Yeah. All the back shots on it there, all fire, and we all had to run out the studios at Pinewood, and fire brigade came in and had to set it all out.
Oh, Pinewood. That's where a certain movie is being filmed right now. Well, will be filmed.
Yeah, that's the new Star Wars is out there now, and actually on TV here yesterday, Princess Leia himself was on an interview with one of the guys here.
Wow.
She's certainly changed a lot now. But she's a nice girl, very nice girl at the time, nice girl.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I met Carrie at Celebration 6 in Orlando in 2012. It was definitely a very memorable experience.
Yeah. You know, when you meet these people at the time, you just don't think what the film's going to be like. If only I knew what it was going to be like at the time, I would have kept the uniform instead of throwing it back, or, you know, something that you keep.
Oh, what did they gave you the option of keeping it?
Yeah, we had the option of keeping it, or I said, no, I don't need it. But since then, I mean, I was invited to the opening of the film, and I still have my ticket. It's hanging up on my wall now.
Oh, cool.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. That's, would you like to see it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hang on a sec, I'll just get it.
That thing's probably worth like a lot. Wow.
Can you see that?
Yes, that is awesome.
Unfortunately,
Oh
I
my
don't have
God.
video. But...
Yeah.
That is awesome. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't see it because I don't have video. I just see the silhouette in your picture.
All right. So he's missing out something, JM, isn't he?
Yeah.
Maybe,
He's just absolutely suffering right now. Poor
maybe you
guy.
could post a picture of it on Facebook.
Yeah, I'll stick it on Facebook for you.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Okay? I'll send it over to both of you.
Oh, cool. Thank you very much.
That's awesome. That'd be great. Oh, that Facebook. So I don't have any more questions. I'm actually speechless right now. Mike?
Yeah, so I guess, what's the most popular item that fans ask you to sign?
My close-up shots with the medal and standing next to Carrie Fisher. That's the one everybody needs. I get that one printed, I suppose, twice a month, and I must sell about 60 of those in 1 month.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
So if you both like to send me your home address, I'll sign it for you and put it in the post to you.
Oh,
oh
awesome.
wow, that's really cool. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
That's great. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. That's really cool.
Yeah, and as I say, all I do is I just put them in a padded envelope and send them across. Won't be a problem.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. So
Yeah, thank you.
so we don't want to keep you because I know you have other things you have to do today, but I just want to ask you, do you know where the actual metal prop is currently? Because I don't know.
It's back in the States,
What
and it's I don't actually know where it is in the States now, but I know it's insured for $2.5 million.
Wow, really?
Oh, wow.
And I actually had that medal in my hand last year.
Oh wow.
Oh, awesome.
Do you know?
But
Do you know what's?
I have replica medals of it now.
That's really.
I had a replica. Yeah. What's happened to the video's gone?
Yeah, you have to click on the video icon. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, I've had replicas made of it now, and I sell them now.
Oh, cool. Yeah, at Star Wars weekends in Florida at Disney World, they're actually that's like one of the exclusives. You're probably aware of that, though. I'm sure somebody told you about that.
Yeah, yeah. I did send them a message to say that I am available if you need me.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah.
But they never replied. So.
I mean, I would definitely, like to see an original trilogy, cast member like yourself at weekends, because a lot of times they get the same people. I mean, it would be really cool to see somebody from the original, Star Wars movie. I mean, that's, iconic.
Yeah.
Like you were involved in one of the most important scenes from, the original trilogy, so that means a lot.
Yeah.
So, just one last question. I want to ask you. Do you know what the metals were made out of? Like how many carats gold?
Just the base metal spray.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It looks good. Looks good.
Yeah, definitely.
I haven't actually got it available here, but I've just had a model made of me. I'll just show that to you while I'm here.
Oh, nice.
Oh man, do I really regret not having video right now?
Oh, that is awesome.
Can you see that? It's a bit. Yeah, just about see it.
That is awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't see it because I don't have video. But
yeah, I want that now. Anyone who collects figures should look for the Arhol Extra Fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, send me your home addresses, and I'll send you a couple of photographs.
Oh,
yes,
thank you so much.
Okay. It was nice to talk to both of you.
Yeah, likewise.
Have a good day.
Yeah, thank you very much. For I know this interview has been in the works for a while, and I'm glad to see that it finally happened. And thank you very much for coming on. It means a lot. Like I said, it's very cool to talk to somebody from the first Star Wars movie, because even though I love, the prequels and Clone Wars, like, this is the real Star Wars. So thank you so much. We're very honored to talk to you, and it's been a blast, so thank you so much.
It's been my pleasure. My pleasure.
As someone who saw the first movie in the movie theaters when I was 11 years old, I got to tell you, it's just an absolute blast and pleasure and honor to be able to speak with you like this. Thank you so much for taking the time.
It's my pleasure, JM. My pleasure. So I hope to speak to you both again.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a great one.
Thanks.
Have a good day.
Yeah, have a great weekend. Thank you.
Yeah, bye now. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, so thanks for watching, everyone. This has been an episode of From a Certain Point of View, and thanks, JM, for joining me.
My pleasure. Absolutely my pleasure. Let's do this again.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm just going to end the live broadcast now. So thanks for watching, everybody, and may the force be with you.